It's me again. It's been a while. I know it's been a long while. I've had a lot of mostly downs, but some ups. Let me walk you through some of it. So, the best thing that I've done in a very, very long time, uh, it only took me 43 years, was I was able to go watch a Lakers versus Blazers game. Now, I'm going to paint this picture for you because maybe you understand, maybe you don't, but they were supposed to have everyone there to play. That didn't happen. Uh, they played, they're like third string guys, and I know they had like two starters that showed up, but no one else showed up to the game. LeBron didn't show up, Luka didn't show up, and I mean, we already knew that they probably weren't going to when they beat the Rockets the previous game, so it kind of sucked. But the experience was probably the best experience I've ever had because there was my kids. I know that, two of them share a bond with me that is probably always going to be everlasting. And basketball is the one thing that I know that not only is a team sport, but I don't know if you ever hear any of the basketball teams, football teams, whatever team it is, they always talk about family because it really is family. There's a lot of things that a, a child that plays sports and a, uh, an adult or a parent that has a kid that plays sports, it's a totally different world because number one that they're in it and you're not, of course, and perspective is always the key, no matter what it is and what you're doing. And I'm glad that we're able to have this bond because I'm not saying it was bad growing up for myself. I didn't have that with my dad, but that's totally different. But I know how well my kids respond to adversity, and I know how well they try to uh, always study. No matter what it is, they're always trying to um, gain that knowledge, and that's something that they put forth themselves. And along the way, it was me. It was like giving hints or hey, try this, or sending them videos. No matter what it is, even if they don't look or read anything that I send them, uh, I know that they're focused on their future, their present, and the past is the past, but that's going to build who they are. And I'm certainly thankful that I was able to take them to this game because it's very expensive, and where we sat was probably like 2 rows, 3 rows, something like that, where the VIP boxes are in the top. Mind you, I spent like $500. That's pretty expensive to go see a game with 4 people. Uh, but it is what it is. I know the experience is something that I know for at least for me, it's going to last the rest of my life, even if I never go see another basketball game. But to be able to uh, show them a different side of the world, um, able to see different people from all walks of life, being able to experience, the actual thrill of a team rooting for their team. It's loud, and they pump a lot of music throughout the whole game, and it's really expensive. Um, just to get anything, I think a soda was like $5 or $6 or something like that. Pretty expensive. But I'm certainly happy where we went, where we stayed at the hotel, how close it was, what we were able to do. But the only thing that hinders me pretty much if I'm in this state like I am right now is my mobility and me being able to fully function mentally, because even though I'm treating myself, even though I am sometimes going out of my normal way to go the extra mile to hopefully make it throughout the whole day at work. And I know recently I haven't been able to. It's debilitating. It really is. And the only thing that I can do is pay attention to my body, pay attention to the things that I cannot do, because it will help me to be able to get back to where I was. I just got to focus. And even though it's hard, even though I sometimes feel like I just need to call in, and I don't normally ever do that. I normally work all the time. I show up no matter what it is. Sometimes it just feels like I need more time to rest. And it's kind of a lazy way to look at it, but when your body's not doing so well, you have to pay attention more, and you have to try to help yourself out. Don't just assume that it's going to go away and that it's going to get better by itself. I always think about the things I want to talk about in these videos, but I never, ever, ever get to what the things I really think about throughout the day. And then sometimes I just forget about what I was going to say. I probably was a little bit more momentous than the things I bring up now, but I think it all ties in. I think that if you look at my the way that I word things sometimes, even though it's kind of sporadic, there's always a message there. There's always love, and there's always forgiveness. I really want to be able to pass that on, so that way it just spreads a lot more. I know my kids probably are not always too thrilled that I want to make sure that they're okay, and hopefully wanting more out of life than what they have. I think that sometimes they overlook that the fact is, once they leave the nest, they're fending for themselves. And that goes for everyone, no matter who watches this video. Even if you have a family, even if you have a dog, you have responsibilities, everything spirals, and sometimes it's uncontrollable, but that's your life. And you got to deal with everything that comes at your way, no matter what it is, but you're pretty much doing everything by yourself. And if you have the tools and you have the means and you have the gumption, you'll be okay. I believe in you. I'll talk to you later.